just popped over to the basement site we've got open in Leamington to check out what the lads got done over the weekend. We had Lewis and Jordan in, they finished the light well, but there was also a problem what happened late last week where the guys were trying to fit this steel and break through this lower window area here, and all these blue bricks in this area here collapsed. So we had to get some bigger strong boys, put them up in a higher level, and all this area as well as the light well has been rebuilt back in. What we're going to focus on for the rest of this week is around the side. This floor level has been dug down. The reason we've done this is the internal floor level for the basement is down here. The external floor level was up here. So what we've had to do, the customer really wanted to have a doorway from the side going directly down into their basement. We've dug this all the way. We are going to fit an echo drain all the way across the face of the house, and then there's going to be a lower platform area here. So there'll be 2 steps dropping down into a lower platform, and then it will raise back up again 2 steps to continue on through the alleyway. This is the knock through from the inside now, and you can see why we've had to reduce dig down so far. You can see from the basement below, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps onto this platform that I'm standing on, which is where we've done the knock through, but then there is also another 4 steps that goes up to the height of the main floor in the house. We're really short on height in here, so we are going to break up the whole of this concrete slab in here and this area, and there is also a room in this area too. We're going to be breaking out all this floor slab in here. We're going to reduce dig it by 300mm, and then we're going to concrete it back up, giving us an additional 200mm head height.
So we're over on the Leamington site now, and as you can see, the glass roof's been done, the window, you see, the bifolds all been done, looks wicked. So I am now going to get Ash back inside to do the last bits of the boarding, all the reveals and so on, so we can get the plasterers in a couple of days and get it plastered by the end of the week.
Just heading down to Milton Keynes now to meet up with Lee. He is the new potential gate engineer that we're going to have starting next Monday. I wanted to pop down and meet him myself in person to make sure he's the right fit, as we cannot get this one wrong. Like I said, we're going to be moving James off the tools and into the office, and we need somebody really competent to be able to fill his shoes out on the sites. So let's head down there and see if we can make this one work. So I'm just over here on the new site we've got open in Canley, and I've just got out of a meeting with the customer here. It came to light that the previous builder, who built this extension here did not put any air bricks in for ventilation going through into the dining room, which is just through there. So what we are now going to do is remove this wall. Firstly, we're going to break up all that floor slab in there as well as in here, and we're going to put air bricks with 3 new ventilation pipes going through this floor slab, picking up the suspended floor in the dining area. So we've had to mix things up a little bit. We was going to pour the concrete this week, but now that this came to light, we're not going to do that. We're going to focus on breaking this floor slab up in the middle, do the reduced dig, make the underground drainage amendments, which from that point there to that point there, everything that's going in the floor, we're going to swap out for plastic. We've got a utility room and toilet to pick up here. So we're going to do the drainage amendments, then we're going to do the sub base, whacker plate that over, but we are not going to do the DPM insulation or concrete at this point. We're going to continue on with the block work next week, so we've got an even ground for the trestles, and we're going to have another team knocking this hole back out here so we can start breaking up the floor slab in there, and then we'll be able to pour it as one continuous slab, maybe in a week or 2. There's this business event come to Coventry today, and it's up at the Village Hotel. It's all about monetisation of social media posts and getting better engagement. Because we are now taking care of all our social media and YouTube in-house, with Marika taking care of it, me and her are going to pop up there today and hopefully get some tips on how to help us along our journey.
Came back from a social media event at the Village Hotel. That was an introduction for a 3-day course that we've signed up to. It's the course in Essex, and then I'm going to go in the beginning of September. The whole point is to increase our visibility on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and also on YouTube, and help us grow all 3 businesses.
Also, an update of my visit yesterday when I went down to Milton Keynes to meet Lee, the new gate engineer. He seemed like a great guy, and he seems to have all the knowledge we need for him to come and fulfil this role. So we've decided to give him a chance, and he's going to start on Monday. Also, another really bit of great news, we have just passed the 200 subscriber mark. It took us 6 months to get to 100 subscribers and only 6 weeks to get to 200. So we're making significant headway, and if you can support us, if you already haven't, and hit subscribe on the channel please, it helps us out more than you will know.
Here we've got a set of wooden gates with Roger above ground automation. We've got a photo cell on there, turn on the outside lights, all remote controlled. We've got a dynamite stick in the ground, which is a ground loop. I'll pick up my steel toe caps and it'll open up the gates.
I've just popped over to meet one of our gate customers who called in with a bit of a problem the other day, and I wanted to come out and look at this job for myself. This drive here behind me, if you can remember an episode or 2 ago, looked something like this. Now, currently looks like this. It's had heavy plant machinery come up the driveway because the customer is currently having a swimming pool built in their back garden. So where we've relayed the block pavers down here, the earth underneath has subsided under the weight of the machinery, and as you can see here, it's cracked all the block pavers and sunken all the drive. What we're going to have to do is get the guys back here tomorrow, lift all this up, lay new hardcore, whacker plate it down, compacting it to the fullest it can be, and then relay the block paving over the top. So this job has hit us for a third time. We only initially priced to fit the bollards. We've ended up having to do all the ducting and drainage out of our own pocket, and now we're doing this again out of our own pocket. So just goes to show, not all jobs go to plan and not all jobs are profitable. We're over on the basement site in Norton Lindsay now, and the guys have literally nearly finished over here. All the battening is now being completed. The stud work is all the way around the perimeter, and the guys are just finishing off putting the cladding on the steps going up to the first floor. Baz and Chris have also finished the light wall outside, and we are just going to do the last little bits of tidying up. There's also a little bit of caulking to be done, and we will be off this site and on to the next one.
So over here on the Warwick site today, and the lanterns are finally turned up. So Jay and John are going to be over here fitting them. So below me here is where one of the lanterns are going, and it's a bit hollow as you can hear. I've done that on purpose. It's like a trapdoor. Basically, when we done the whole roof, we always beat the whole lot, but made like two trapdoors where the windows, where the lanterns are going. One, it makes it easier just to rubber over the whole lot in one hit, but two, it makes it easier to locate where the lanterns are going, to be able to cut the rubber out to easily get the OSB out. They will then also build a frame going around it with a fall of 3 to 7 degrees, which is specified. They will then OSB round the perimeter, making it easier to glue around it. The glue they're going to be using is contact glue, which has gases in. So they're going to have to glue the rubber and also glue the OSB, give it a set amount of time for it to go tacky, but also to let the gases out. And then they will roll it on around the perimeter. They will then drop the silicone around it, drop the lanterns in, and then they will finish off by putting the rubber patches on the four corners, and that'll be job complete. So let's see how they turn out.
So we've just popped over here to the extension site that we've got open in Canley, see how the progress is going on. When I spoke the other week about the way we're doing this, you can see behind me that the guys have now got all the drainage in the underground drainage amendments done. They're just pea gravelling over, and then we are going to put the type 1 in and whacker plate over, but leave it at that level. We're not going to do the installation yet. Baz and Chris are going to start doing all the block work.